In this video, I'm going to be making a unicorn cake. I'm starting with a marble cake. That's why you'll see a chocolate and vanilla swirl in there. And that's just a traditional buttercream icing. So I'm gonna ice the two layers together, smooth them out, and then I'll start on the unicorn. That's a simple syrup that I'm drizzling on the cake, and it just ensures the cake does not dry out. It's equal parts water and granulated sugar, and you bring them to a boil and let them cool. As you can see, there are some air bubbles in the icing as I'm applying it there. You'll see those little spots, kind of looks like almost little holes in the icing, but those will smooth out as I go and scrape the sides later, and then also go back over it with a paper towel to kind of smooth that out. So don't ever worry about that, but those are from maybe over mixing the icing. Sometimes that does happen when we're making it. Now I'm going back with a bench scraper and scraping those sides to really give me a nice clean side on the cake and keep it from having all those air bubbles and lines. And then I go back and pull those top edges around into the center of the cake to give me a nice sharp edge. Now you see me smoothing out the top with a paper towel and the sides, and I'm using my hand here. This is a Viva brand paper towel. Those are the only ones that work because they don't leave any kind of impression or pattern in your buttercream, and they're really, really soft. I do with my hand first so I can kind of feel where the icing needs to be smoothed out, and then I go back with this fondant smoother I'm using now to really make sure it's nice and smooth. Now I'm placing the unicorn horn into the cake, and that has dried for a little while on a wooden skewer. And then those ears I cut out earlier, I'm just setting those on top of the icing. The icing should hold those in place. And then I'm going back and adding my hair, which is just from different color buttercream with a cupcake icing tip. There's several different ways to do that, but basically you want to do a rosette, and I kind of like to mix the colors all around for the hair, and I like to have it a little heavier in the back and then a little bit around the face. Now I'm going to add the eyes, and I cut these little strips out of fondant earlier and cut out some little eyelashes, and I just stuck them to the cake with a little bit of water on the back, and that should hold them in place. To add the gold to the cake, I'm brushing it into the ears right now, and I used a gold luster dust and mixed with a little bit of vodka. You don't need a lot of vodka because you want it to be a little bit thick so that it doesn't drip down onto the rest of your cake. So I just generally painted that inside the ears and then went back with a larger brush and applied it to the unicorn horn. These are little gum paste flowers that were solid white. I did paint them with a little bit more gold, as you see me doing there, and then I just stuck them onto the hair. I think I added about 3 or 4 just around the face to give it a little bit of depth. And here's the finished cake, and you can see how I did heavier in the back and then how that horn is nice and shiny now. I hope you enjoyed.